Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They're led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State, Derek Carr.
It's going to take some time to adjust to seeing Carr running out in a new uniform. Instead of black and silver, it's black and gold. 35,000 yards and over 200 touchdowns with the Raiders. The Saints more than willing to let him air it out all game long to a talented group of pass catchers in the Big Easy.
To the air is Carr. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. For Johnson, the numbers for his performance from last week: 6 catches, 98 yards, and a score.
This defense is ranked near the bottom of the league against the pass. You get the sense that he feels like if he gets covered on any call, he's going to be upset. He thinks he should be open on every snap in this game.
Carr's throw complete there to Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Now a late signing let go by Minnesota in June. It's Dalvin Cook. Defensively, Harrison Phillips there to stop him. Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings. Against the pass, just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
And those are kind of plays that this unit needs to make, because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll and chip away their timing.
That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Marcus Davenport in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Minnesota's offense and QB Kirk Cousins set to go here.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it, because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line.
Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. A tone setter on defense. They pick off the first pass. I had to look down, but yeah, no interceptions last week, so they made up for lost time.
Well, did they ever? And
now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Michael Thomas, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only 1 play to score it. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Jefferson going to go in motion right. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Running for the first time with a fullback, C.J. Ham. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. The Vikings at 3-6 now on the year. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And the offense last week, they certainly have things humming, because if you can run up 40-plus points a game, you certainly take a lot of pressure off of your defense, and you're not going to lose very often.
He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there, and it's 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. And you look at the Saints defense. They put together a strong effort last week in the win over the Bears, CD.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Carr going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 13. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. There's Chris Olave. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. From the 22 now, here's 2nd down and a yard. Cook up the gut. And down he'll go at the 25. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Final 30 seconds of this first quarter. And it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. Throwing on 1st down, it's Carr. The pass caught by Olave. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. He'll get 15 and a Saints 1st down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Carr now on 1st down. Pitch and catch to Moreau, the tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Carr now to throw. Johnson's got it complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Up the middle, it's Cook. Stopped short of the 25, but that 2nd effort got him a couple extra. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. throws it in. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. He had 3 catches last week. That one his 3rd on this drive alone.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Carr gonna throw. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Hey, look, no doubt about that one, because even though he hasn't left the pocket, he's got a receiver in the area, so it's not grounding, even though there's no way that ball was going to be caught.
Touchdown, Saints. Juwan Johnson, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Lutz good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. A 10-play drive that time, and it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. This is taken at the 15. Pushing through tacklers at the 30. All told, that a 55-yard punt with a net of 40 after the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. So here are the Saints to take over. They were winners a week ago over the Bears, and they lead things here as well as they start this drive with a 1st and 10. They start the drive with Cook. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From the 33, here's a 2nd and 8. Here's Cook again. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
A good running there by Kamara on first down as he takes this ahead for a gain of 5. 2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Two yards still to go. 3rd down now. Now Carr. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he is going to have a Saints first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
And that's a gutsy call there on 3rd and short, because that's a play that's got a good chance of being blown up in the backfield for a big loss of yardage. But nice job out wide to gather in that screen pass, use his blockers well, and pick up the first down.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to...
Touchdown! Michael Thomas with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Saints will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 21-0. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's Michael Thomas who ends it with a touchdown reception. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time, because I want to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. And incomplete on the deep ball. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks. He seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And with a 21-0 lead already, no need really to take any unnecessary risks. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. This is 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. So we have reached halftime. Halftime over, no problem with us. We'll skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest. The Vikings set to receive the 2nd half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Vikings offense set to go to work to begin this 3rd quarter. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators. They just don't have it, right?
And the third interception thrown by Cousins. Picked up by Pete Werner. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. Now after the INT, it's Carr. Slant pass complete to Olave. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Vikings are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Up to the 20.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. So they were able to put the pen to the paper this week, get this deal done, contract extension. And I'm sure that the coach's front office happy. He's got to be happy too, though.
He's got to be relieved. He doesn't have to worry about moving now, doesn't have to worry about not having a team. He's back with a team he's comfortable with and where he feels he belongs. Yeah, I think he feels pretty good about this whole deal.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Addison will go in motion left. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. He's got the first down and more. And finally, down at the 36-yard line. Give them 18 there and give the Vikings a first down. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, if they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end of the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. On 2nd down, Cousins again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this 3rd quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick 6 is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. But we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Cousins. That's down the field for Jefferson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers, both on the sidelines and in the huddle, looking at each other.
And he is going to pick up the Vikings' 1st down, and that wasn't easy, but they do wind up converting a 4th and 7 to keep this drive moving. To throw, Cousins. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. Cousins to throw it. And he's taken down here by the Saints. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. Cousins. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me, because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Here's Carr. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a 1st. This is 3rd down. Carr. That is caught. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Kamara up the middle. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get him into a manageable 3rd down, because they had the incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. That's a catch of some significance. It's number 631 of his career, and why that's significant, it ties him with Hall of Famer Raymond Berry,
who was one of the most precise route runners at any position during his time in his career. So I think that we're seeing something very similar here. He may not have known Raymond Berry, but he goes about his business.
And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Dalvin Cook, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the fourth. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes this 35-0 now. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And here comes a return from just beyond the... Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Saints. Then he'll take this back down inside the 20. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. This one caught by Osborne, right side. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Oh, and the throw led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
They'll throw again. Cousins. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Vikings unable to... On 1st and 10, Cousins. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Brian Brzee fought in and got him down. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
One last shot now for Cousins. And this is dropped in incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone. As time has run out on this ball game. So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Saints, It's a win they needed, if for nothing else in their sanity, as they move to 4-6. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they're going the wrong way, as this will drop them to 3-7 now on the year. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver.